Hello Pisces, welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane, and I wanted to say a very special thank you this morning to the first few people who became patrons on my Patreon page. Thank you so much from all of my heart. I hope you enjoy this space with me. I enjoy having you there for sure. I would like to thank the rest of you for your support here always and putting up with the ads, because of course this is helping me as well. Every little bit helps everywhere, to feed my family, to pay off the little bit I have left to pay on my house, so that I have a safe space to stay and continue doing these readings. The less you have to pay out, the better it is, right? Always, always. So I thank you for being a great big support. And yeah, I'm very happy, very grateful this morning for all of you, and a special shout out to my new patrons. Okay, if you are looking to support me, it is in the description box below. It is in the comment, the first comment as well. If you would like to give a one-time donation, that's possible as well. I do have the mugs for now on my Etsy page that I have not, that are still available, and I also have links for the cards that are affiliate links that help. So those are all the different ways. Okay, so let's see here. What we came out with is the despondence for challenges. Okay, we're going to have to look further into that. Okay, I'm going to pull actually another one here. Okay, so we have impartial, oh, I can't say it, but being impartial. Okay, so I feel a disconnect here. Okay, right away from both these cards, despondence and being impartial. It feels like you're pulling away. That's a pull away from the situation. So as your challenge, that you're pulling away too much, or you're not pulling away enough. Okay, I would say that maybe too much from a situation. There's something that's affecting you here. Okay, very interesting. As we're going to the end of the week, just keep in mind, Pisces, that we were going to go through this. It was predicted. So they're just trying to help us see what is going on, what we're not seeing. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to pull a surrender 2 cards, because I think maybe they will help us a little more. Let's see what's going on. What's causing all of this disconnect going on? That's what I feel. I feel like a disconnect. Oh, I don't want to deal with this. I'm trying to be impartial, but it's just shutting me down. Okay, and it's both dealing. It's funny because this is both dealing with the higher chakras. This is the crown chakra and the third eye chakra. Interesting. Let me see. Let me see where we can pull out a card. Let's see what the cards have to say today. Why did your energy go this way, Pisces? Okay. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. Surrender to effortlessness. Okay. So you're trying to push the issue. Okay. So there's something here that's causing you to lose your impartiality. I don't know if I'm saying it right, Pisces, but this is a hard one for me. Word with the tongue. You're not able to be impartial, which makes sense because we had the 9 of Swords. To me, that crying in the bed figure is always somebody who's very high on emotion. Okay, there's a lot of emotion flowing through, so maybe it's taking away your sense of being impartial. I see, or I can hear somebody just going, nobody loves me, da, da, da. It's just an example. It doesn't mean it's any of you. All I'm saying is that somebody who's not being you know, they're being too in touch with their emotions and not enough in touch with their being impartial or using their minds, okay? To have, it's like common sense, you know, like you're making too much, making a mountain out of a molehill. There, it's coming out, okay? And in this case, it's causing despondence from people, okay? This like, you see this person that's disconnecting, like, yeah, what are you doing? Okay, so there's something in here that you're pushing, or somebody is pushing at you, that's taking the effort. It's causing you to make an effort, and then that effort, it's causing things to kind of, you're butting up against the wall. That's the big message right there. They're butting up against you, or you're butting up against them, or you're butting up against the wall of a situation. Okay, we'll leave it at that. That is definitely the energy. Wow, it's intense. It's kind of, I feel like somebody's having a fit. That's what I can see. A child who's being unreasonable. That's the word. If you've had children and they go, I've had, and I'm going to use this as an example because it's mine. When my older son was very little, we'd go into the dollar stores, right? And as a mother, I was terrible. I would get him so many things. Anyway, I would go in and he would spot a toy, and after he'd had enough, I'd tell him no. Well, at one point, he got down on, although he had, 30,000 toys, he got down on the ground and started having a fit. And as a mother, that was one of the things that I just couldn't handle. So I walked away from him. So he was being unreasonable. And once he looked around and saw that I was gone, I wasn't far. I was right outside the window. And he couldn't see that I could see him on the ground rolling around. When he looked and couldn't spot me right beside him, well, he stopped his crying right away and got up and saw me through the window and then quickly came out. But he was being unreasonable, okay? And this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing this childlike figure crying and going, why? But it's just, it's like not being able, it's this despondence card right here, okay? Something here has got somebody closed off that they can't hear anything but their own voice of why. They're not listening to logic. They're not listening to what they already have. They can't be reasoned with. Okay, so it's being unreasonable. I don't know if it's you, Pisces, or if it's just the situation feels like that. It feels like they're screaming why, and nothing's happening. Okay. We'll just leave it at that. I'll pull tarot and we're going to see what else we can get. A good way to overcome stress is to help others out of theirs. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. There's a situation or someone who is feeling this, okay? And it's causing, the problem with this is that if they're right near you or the situation is near you, it's causing you this energy to flow into you, okay? So for some of you, it's because it's right here, they answered me with the others. Stress to help others out of theirs. So it's kind of like a clear-cut answer that's like probably not you, but it definitely affects us because we're empathic, right? Okay, so we feel when people are unhappy, when they're upset. So we're going to react to it right away. Let's see. Okay. So Spirit, how can we help Pisces today? How can we help Pisces? How can we navigate through the end of this week, okay? Let's see what's the energy that's surrounding you. Let's see if we can identify it more clearly here. There's definitely something here. Okay. So, the Four of Voices. Taking time away, okay? Move past the situation, away from the situation. Literally, go take a bath or take something to get you out of it so that you can reconnect, which is what she's doing, okay? Healing and reconnect from this despondence, from this negative. This then energy is affecting you, okay? So you need to move away from it, okay? If you're feeling it or somebody's putting it on you, you need to move back from it. Absolutely, this is the healing card, okay? So, yeah. You can't be dwelling on it. Dwelling on it is just gonna, wow, you know? Right. The Three of Materials, okay? Find support. Building blocks. Building blocks of head, which is kind of a weird thing to say, but it feels very good. My Three of Pentacles, the Three of Materials, is always the thing of spirit. So I would say meditation, okay? Meditation to get a better grasp of what's going on so that you get clarity from inside of yourself to reconnect, because right now this is a very human wah kind of emotion, okay? So you need to reconnect to something bigger, and this will help you reconnect to, it's like seeing the bigger picture, seeing what matters, okay? So that's very important right here, okay? It's gonna like it's almost like they're giving you a, you know, hurry, emergency, time to do that. Walk away, walk away. See the big black hole of crap? Walk away from that. She's walking away. Walk past it. Okay, don't even look at it. Stop pushing so hard. Okay. Go with the flow instead of trying to force a river. So the flow for you is walking away from this energy as fast as you can, okay? As fast as is humanly possible. Get away from that. This is a mayday if I've ever seen it, absolutely. Look at these blackbirds trying to get to you. Wow. Wow, so this is, the more I'm looking at it, the more I see this is an outside influence, okay? Something is really trying to get you off kilter. It's really trying to unbalance you here, okay? With the unreasonable energy that's coming in. So it is time for you to go into your goodies bag, okay? You have that strength of character. She's a force to reckon with, the Queen of Voices, okay? So they may be flapping around her head, but do you have strength? This is the Queen of the strength of character. So just keep within yourself, okay? Be who you are, okay? Don't let it affect you. Don't go out of your way to do it. Be like that mother, like I was, who walks away from that wah-wah. Okay, when you're done, you're fit. I'm going to be out here preserving my energy and not getting angered over your being unreasonable, okay? That was how I handled the situation at the time, surprisingly, because I'm not saying that was an excellent thing to do, but I'm not saying I was always that good as a mother. But at that point, that was the best thing that I could have done, instead of caving into the child and letting him have what he wants, even though it was unreasonable. He had plenty and probably already had one of what he wanted. Or sitting there and trying to shush him and getting involved in his over-emotion. The best thing was for me to remove myself, let him calm down, let them see what they're doing, okay? Let the emotions kind of flatten out a little bit, and then things will work themselves out. It is the best thing. Do not engage. Mayday, don't engage. Walk away. If it's for you, if it's for somebody else, I'm telling you right now, walk away. That is the best thing you can do. Right. Okay. Concentrate on you. Okay. Concentrate on your good feelings. Okay. Go back to the good feelings. These are, being impartial and despondent are not good feelings. Okay. Impartial feels like a non-personal way. Okay, or maybe it is saying just be impartial. It's probably not a bad thing. Yeah, I'm seeing they're telling me impartiality is not. I can't. You guys, could you give me a better word? Okay, so I'm sorry. I'm getting frustrated with my with spirit. They're telling me to learn how to speak. Okay, so maybe it is saying that it is it is crucial to you to be impartial, okay? To be impartial to this, okay? To this despondence, to this fit, okay? To remove yourself from this, okay? Because it's seriously going to affect you. In this way, you're going to feel despondent. So in this case, it would be you. You're dealing with this situation around you. And I'm seeing the world now. I'm seeing leaves, you know, like it's that bird that loses its feather, its feathers, you know, like poof, everything is like when they get excited. And I'm feeling like this is you and crap is falling all around you and you're going like, yeah, no, okay. I'm seeing these as, this one here, as really, let me think about it. These words are really tripping me up, and they're giving me a flip side to everything. So I feel like going, yes, this is a problem. No, it's not the problem. Yes, it's a problem. I feel that you trying to be this, okay, thank you. You being impartial or it's going to feel like you're despondent to people, okay, when you do this. When you walk away from it, they're going to think you don't care. This is the problem. This is what's coming through, okay? They're going to feel, when you do this, you're going to make this situation somehow worse. This is terrible. I feel so confused, but I think I understand why I'm feeling confused, because I think this is what this situation is going to cause you. This confusion, okay? Think about it on their point of view. Let's say you get up and you walk away and you say, no, I'm not getting involved. They're going to say, well, she's or he's heartless. Why are you walking away? Why are you being so despondent? You're just trying to be impartial. You're trying to say, I don't want to get involved, but they're going to think of it as you don't care. But they're reasonable at the moment. So this is going to tip over, okay? Any way you look at it, it's going to tip over. Let me keep reading. Let me keep pulling cards. Wow, I feel the situation. The Eight of Inspiration, right? It's gonna go fast. Yeah. Okay. The thing is you have the Nine of Emotions to the Ten of Emotions. So what I'm seeing from these cards is it can go from you feeling good to moving quickly to everybody feeling good again. Okay. So I'm pretty sure that Spirit is going to give us ideas of how to do that. These three cards are exactly saying that. You're feeling okay, but you're going to be moving fast into making everybody feel better, okay? So there's something here. The top part for me is protecting yourself from that energy. I'm not going to change that. That's not a problem. But this situation is, I don't know if you can fix the situation or not. Okay, so there's a growth opportunity with the Muse of Materials, okay? There's a bridge that can be crossed and something can be fixed, okay? Let's see what else. Wow, these cards are just coming. Yeah, right. It's a matter of seeing it in a different perspective. Okay, so this is what Spirit is saying. This is seeing something in a different perspective. Wow, I think this is the first reading I've had for you guys that is really at odds. I feel like I'm being pulled in three different directions. Right. So this is the Knight of Voices. He's the Knight of Swords. He's the swords that rushes in where full Spirited Thread. So, yeah. Okay. So with the Four here, it's saying that it will get fixed. Okay, that's not a problem. Things will mend. People will get back to what they were. It's feels like a moment of crazy. The thing is this is when, just think of a situation like I mentioned, when you're trying to be the bigger person, but by doing that, people are taking it as in you don't care about them. This keeps coming back up, okay? A good way to overcome stress is to help others out of theirs. But I'm also feeling that you don't want to stay in that too long as well, okay? So definitely you're going to need to save yourself from it, but there's a different way that you're going to need to be doing it, other than just walking away. Walking away could actually make the situation worse. You do need to walk away, but I feel there's something you need to do here in between that will help you grow and deal with further situation in the future. Like when this happens to you again, you're going to have ways to deal with it so that you can still kind of sort of let people know that you care, but you're not going to stay in that energy too long so that you sync with them. You understand what I'm saying? This is the contrast they're showing me right now. This is the one that's causing me a lot of headaches, because I'm thinking to myself, well, I moved on. I moved out of that energy. I let that person have that fit. But what they're actually showing me is the child thinks that I abandoned them and they're alone and I really don't love them and care for them, and they will hold resentment towards me, okay? That's not what actually happened. He was too young to care. But thinking about it, this is I'm trying to show you the flip side from their point of view, okay? They're not going to see it as that they were being unreasonable and that you moved away to save your own energy so that you didn't become, you didn't feel bad about it. They're going to see it as a disconnect from you, okay? Not a disconnect to help you, just a complete disconnect from them. Okay, I know it sounds weird, and I know a lot of you won't agree. You'll say, screw it, I'm going to disconnect from these people anyway, and that's fine. But some of us have special relationships with people where these type of things are going to happen, and the best way we can deal with it is in a different way, okay? Still saving ourselves in the end, okay, because we don't really want to stay there. But we don't want to completely become despondent and impartial and feel that our impartial attitude comes off as cold, like the Queen of Swords, and as completely disconnected from them, okay? So I'm going to it'll be important for you to really tune in to the extended tonight, because I'm going to ask them how we do this. Like how do we find that equal so that we can help but yet not sync with them into this energy, okay? Because right now it feels like at one point I was completely mixed up because it felt like there was a no-win. I'm a person who thrives on solutions, and I couldn't feel one at this point. I felt like these cards were completely mixing me up, okay? It was like, should I or wouldn't I? And it's been that way since they came out. But I'm realizing that that is the message here. Okay, sometimes you are in a no-win situation, and now I'm seeing Star Trek. If you're a Star Trek fan of the original, there's one of you comment, what's it called? There's that test that Kirk takes that's a no-win situation that he cheats on. So I know I'm a nerd, but that's just the way it is. But this is what this feels like. It feels like, yeah, there's no win no matter how you do it, but there is one. Maybe the point of it is, Pisces, is that realize that you're walking into a no-win, okay? Sometimes in life, there will be a no-win. Like you'll just walk in and suddenly it'll be like, oh, well, that sucked completely from A to Z, okay? And that's okay. Know that there's probably nothing you could have done. And maybe that's why the end of the week finishes off on a point of just, maybe the point of it is, Pisces, is to realize that there was a no-win and to cut yourself a slack and have some rest, okay? And go meditate and just take a nice little walk away from it, okay? Center back to your strength, okay? And know that things are going to move from, your Zen back to a good Zen, okay? You just got to give yourself a break. This is the perspective you need to see. And these are bridges we need to build that sometimes we can't win, and that there's going to be situations that we're going to be thrust into, and there's just like, whoa, what just happened there? Okay, the more I'm looking at this, that's more what I'm feeling. But like I said, tonight I'm going to look into it and see if there's anything they suggest, other than you just being, you can't really change how people feel. So other than you just realizing that the situation is going to blow over is probably all that they're going to offer you. But even knowing that, Pisces, doesn't that help you a little bit better? Knowing, it's still not going to make the event not happen, but it just might make you feel like, oh, well, I knew this was coming. So, it's going to happen every once in a while. We like to keep our emotions and our energies up and trying to work on ourselves, but if we have any other people enter our lives, shit's gonna hit the fan every once in a while. I mean, there's no better way of saying it than that way, that, crap is just gonna get flung and we're gonna be in trouble. It's gonna hit us regardless of where we're standing, okay? Okay, it was very frustrating energy today, but I hope this helps some of you. Yeah, this is painful. Not painful, it's a very uncomfortable energy to be in today. So, but I will go and do the extended later, and we'll see what we can get from it. Okay, Pisces? Sending you lots of love and light. Blessings to you. Hang in there.